You're listening to Systemic Error Podcast. The failure was designed.
Literally falling apart, a critic's pounce as Trump's Freedom 250 stage crumbles, based on an article by David Badash. The stage fell, that was the point. Spectacle first, safety later. A large panel dropped from above onto the stage during rehearsal for Trump's Freedom 250 July 4 event. No one was hurt, which is luck, not competence. The source material is a warning shot. A national celebration built as a political display nearly became an avoidable injury scene before the audience even arrived. Power owns the risk. The relevant fact is not that a panel fell. It is that the people with institutional control over the event created a setup where something that heavy could fail over a live stage. That means the administration and its event apparatus own the risk. When a political operation assembles a spectacle and calls it patriotism, it also inherits responsibility for the consequences of cutting corners. The framing tries to make this look like random mishap. The language around these events tends to drift toward stunt commentary, as if the failure were just one more odd accident. It was not. The source shows a predictable pattern, loud branding, thin planning, and a system that only becomes visible when it starts to collapse in public. Calling that incompetence is too gentle if the same impulse is to prioritize image over basic safety. It reveals two standards. The same report notes that a separate July 4 rehearsal at the Capitol was restricted to essential personnel because of extreme heat, with temperatures forecast above 100 degrees. That contrast matters. One institution at least acknowledged conditions and limited exposure. Trump's event was already falling apart before weather even entered the frame. The lesson is not abstract. Some operations still treat human safety as a non-negotiable. Others treat it as a cost of doing business. The deeper pattern is material decay under political theater. This is what authoritarian politics looks like at the level of administration, not just lies and cruelty, but sloppiness masquerading as strength. The branding is grand. The infrastructure is brittle. The message is always larger than the competence behind it. That gap is the story. A regime obsessed with projecting control keeps producing scenes that expose how little control it actually has. The real metaphor. The falling panel is not merely an embarrassing stage accident. It is a concise model of the Trump project itself, a performative power, careless execution, and other people left to absorb the danger. The spectacle promises national restoration. The machinery underneath looks ready to come down on the people standing below it. You've been listening to Systemic Error. Thanks to Alternate for today's article, with the automated voice of John. Thanks for listening.